Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sheena Jones. I wanted to share with you guys an update on Instant Recall. I shared Instant Recall with you guys about 2 weeks ago and showed you guys payment proof. Now I'm going to show you some more payment proof here. Instant Recall, October 18th, 2022, $152. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with what exactly Instant Recall is, Instant Recall is a app, ladies and gentlemen. You subscribe for $3.99 a month, and you're able to make a passive income every month by sharing this opportunity with others. This app, ladies and gentlemen, is partnered with Feeding America. So you're able to provide 5 meals just with your $3.99 a month. You're able to provide 5 meals, ladies and gentlemen, for families that are in need. So you're doing an amazing thing. You're also able to make an income from it. And don't forget, Instant Recall is partnered with Apple and Google. Now, Apple and Google don't partner with any companies that are not legit. So just for them partnering with Instant Recall, you already know, ladies and gentlemen, that it's the real deal and they pay out. But for those that wanted to, get the full details on Instant Recall, what it's all about, I'm going to go ahead and play a video for you. Make sure you watch this video, ladies and gentlemen, all the way through so you get all the jewels that are being dropped for this opportunity. But without any further ado, let me go ahead and play the video for you guys. Oops. Okay.
Welcome to the call, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark. I'm really excited about the information we're going to share with you over the next 20 minutes. We're going to show you how you can literally save thousands of dollars on your taxes or even increase your tax refund using technology. So everything we're about to share with you is absolutely real and is happening right now. You can do all this without changing anything that you're doing right now. We're so glad you were able to join us. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into it. So here's a quick little guide that you can go to. In fact, you can go to this website. You might want to pull out a pen and a piece of paper, especially if you're here for the first time. You can go to thebalancemoney.com because there's a guide there that shares with you all the deductions that are available to you and I simply from setting up a home-based business. As you know, the IRS budget has increased by a whole lot of money, and they brought on 80,000 more agents. Why? Because they want to get every dime that they can out of people, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got to be smart moving forward. We need to know how to leverage the tax system that was created for our benefit. So here's a little guide here, a guide to tax deductions for a home-based business. I want you to see this right here. One of the first deductions that you will have is any space that you allot for operating your business. Guess what? You can write that off. Let's just read it. You don't have to go by my word. It says tax deductions for a home-based business. If your home business space is 300 square feet or less, you will be able to use a simple calculation to determine your deduction. The calculation is the number of square feet for your business space times $5 per square foot. What does that mean? A business space of 100 square feet, just a little section in your apartment or your home that you set aside to do this, that would mean a deduction of $500 coming right out the gate. All right, that's just one of the deductions among many, ladies and gentlemen, when you set up a home-based business. Can you see that? All right, let me show you another one. How about this? What are the tax advantages of a home-based business? Listen very carefully. The guidelines for the IRS allows you and I to deduct business expenses from the revenue that you generate from your home-based business and any other income that you generate. What are we talking about? They're talking about your job. So if you set up a home-based business, you can write off deductions against your job or your salary that you have. You can write off against that. Isn't that something? You get to write off so many expenses and really capitalize on these great tax laws that owning a home-based business offers. Listen, we've had a president who made $1 billion and hardly paid any taxes. Why is that? He follows the same tax guidelines that all of us follow. This person just knew how to use those to his benefits. Well, guess what? You and I need to know the same thing, such as what? Auto expenses, office supplies, office furniture, software subscription, advertising or marketing, travel expenses, even employee salaries, because did you know that you could hire your own children and pay them a salary and write it off against your taxes if you have a business? And of course, you want to consult your tax professional, your CPA. They can advise you on all this. You can Google all this. All this information is readily available. People simply just don't know, and that works against them. But we're going to open your eyes today. So now, what kind of business are we talking about? We're talking about the business of anonymous location data, ladies and gentlemen. What is that all about? Well, we're going to break it down for you right now, but I want you to understand what Dave Ramsey said. He's the finance guru, right? He says the worst thing that you can do is get a second job in tough times like this. The best thing you can do is start a home-based business. This is what we want to talk to you about right now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I did a little reading recently because we're talking about anonymous location data. You may wonder, what exactly is that? I came across a book entitled We Are Data: Algorithms and the Making of Our Digital Selves. Did you know that we had a digital footprint, in this Internet of Things on our cell phones? When we go on the internet, we have a digital footprint that represents you and I. And that footprint is actually very valuable. So some people pronounce it data, some people pronounce it data. I'm going to use data for right now. Many companies have been capturing customer data in some form or another for decades. Today, in the internet-focused world that we live in, data is widely considered to be among the world's most valuable resource because of how much potential revenue and business value that it can provide. Moreover, it's available for sale and purchase. Indeed, some of the most influential and profitable companies around the world, like Google and Facebook, have made their money mainly from the valuable and often intimate data that you and I provide them for free, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're talking about right now. So why is, data so valuable? Well, it's really just like gold and silver because it can be bought and sold every single day. And that data represents our behavior on the internet, our behavior when we use our cell phones, ladies and gentlemen. And that information means more value and more profits for businesses. So they collect this information, they store it, and they analyze customer data in their own databases to help them predict our behavior. They want to know what we are doing. Why? Because they can make money from that. This predictive quality can be so incredibly accurate that many times these companies will know what we need even before we do. Isn't that interesting? Have you ever gone online, watched something or read something, and then just a few minutes later, you get an advertisement? What happened? Somebody bought and sold your data just that fast, and they made a profit, but you and I didn't. See, personal data is worth billions, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, Wall Street is the #1 buyer of that data, and they use it to predict trends and direct investments. They want to know where we are. Wherever we take that phone, guess what? They know where we are. And so here's the thing I want you to understand. They take that information to determine where they're going to build hospitals, where they're going to build businesses and apartment complexes and various things like that. Then they find out the companies that are going to benefit from that. Then they invest in those companies and they make billions. Well, the technology we're going to talk to you about today is called Instant Recall, and it empowers you and I to benefit monthly from this sale of our anonymous location data. So it's very important that you understand this is anonymous. Have you ever driven down an intersection and seen a rubber cord across the road and then a gray box over to the side? They are counting how much traffic is going through that intersection. So they know how many cars went through that intersection, but they don't know who was in the car. It's the same way with our phones, ladies and gentlemen. When you have this location data turned on, they know where the phone is, but they don't know that is you carrying the phone. This is very, very important. So now, why do companies collect data in the first place? Big tech collects personal data and they use it for one purpose only, ladies and gentlemen, to turn a profit. But here's the thing, since it is our data, shouldn't we profit from it? Absolutely. Somebody's going to make money from our data, whether we do so or not, ladies and gentlemen. Money is being made, so why not you and I be the partakers of that profit? So now, to help you understand this in complete detail, I've got a short 4-minute video that will break it down for you. After that, we're going to kind of look at it with a little closer inspection. Let's watch this video.
How would you like to have an automatic additional income? Automatic because you don't have to change anything about your day-to-day lifestyle in order to receive an additional income. An income that could easily reach into the high five figures. Take a moment to understand the Instant Recall app and how it can easily change your financial picture. Did you know your location data is valuable? That's right, where you go, your phone goes. And when advertisers see where all the phones are, they can better decide how and where to advertise. Did you know right now there are over 50 companies already selling your location to advertisers? That's right. As you and thousands of other people are driving around every day, multiple apps on your phone have been given permission by you to track your location. They do it anonymously, of course. They don't give out your personal information, but they are selling the location of you and the thousands of people all around you for hundreds of thousands of dollars to advertisers. Google is a prime example. So here's the question. How much are they paying you for your location data? And here's a better question. How would you like to get paid for it? Hold that thought for a moment. In the last 3 years, food and fuel prices have risen worldwide. We all need more money to get by. And with over 5.9 billion smartphone users around the world producing valuable anonymous location data, economists are right. Oil is no longer the most valuable resource. Data is. With the Instant Recall app, you can now get paid for your data and for referring others to Instant Recall. Of course, we comply with all international privacy laws, so you are not tracked personally. Your location data is anonymous. We collect $3.99 a month from your phone to publish your data to commercial data platforms. We package your location data and send it to the platforms every 15 seconds or 5,760 times a day. And we compile the data from the phones of everyone you refer. And we pay you monthly. In addition to that, your $3.99 monthly subscription provides 5 meals each month through feedingamerica.org. You are paid $1 per month on each personal referral, all those on your first level. Plus, you are paid $1 per month on the referrals made by those people you refer. This is your second level. If you have made 10 or more personal referrals, you are paid 50 cents per month on the referrals on your third and fourth levels. Simply put, if everyone refers just 10 people, you are making over $5,600 a month in recurring monthly income without changing anything about what you're doing in your day-to-day life. Some people will refer a lot more than 10, so your monthly income can grow exponentially. We send payments to a digital wallet every month so you can withdraw those funds to your account. Download the Instant Recall app. Make sure the referral code you receive is correct before clicking on the green arrow in the bottom right. Next, open the app to the map page. Click on the white box in the upper right. On the next page in the lower right is an automated referral system connected to all of your contacts. Just start clicking on contacts to get your first 10 referrals. The best part is no inventory needed, and there are 5.9 billion customers out there for you to refer. Plus, you can take advantage, on average, of a $1,500 a year tax write-off as a home-based business owner. Feel free to get back with the person that shared this with you and take a moment to ask any questions and how you can get on board with this incredible opportunity. Have a good day, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right. Well, one of the things that you've noticed in that video is that Instant Recall has partnered with an organization called feedingamerica.org. And through a person's participation here, we are actually able to help those who are in need, such as people that had to deal with the hurricanes, on the East Coast here recently. All those people, many of those people, they need food, they need water, they need other supplies. When we subscribe here, we are actually helping to support that. And so just a quick recap, several things that are happening here. One is that we are able to save on our taxes simply by downloading this app, paying that subscription, and setting up that home-based business. Two, we're able to help people in need because every time we subscribe, guess what? Somebody is receiving food and support. And the last thing you're going to see is we are able to generate income here as well. But let's watch this little short video that talks a little bit about Feeding America and this partnership.
Today, right here in America, a shocking number of our neighbors are facing hunger. Feeding America estimates 60 million people turn to food banks, food pantries, and other private food assistance programs in 2020. There is enough food to feed all of us, but still millions of people face hunger every year. And in Black, Latino, and Native American communities, the challenges run deeper and hit harder. It takes courage to ask for help. It takes all of us working together to make sure no one goes to bed hungry.
Feeding America is a nationwide network of 200 food banks and 60,000 meal programs. Together, we are the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. The Feeding America network helped provide more than 6 billion meals in 2020. Behind each meal are countless supporters, donors, and volunteers who care deeply about their neighbors. This family's meal came from their local food pantry. There are more than 60,000 meal programs like this all across our country. Before the meal reached the pantry, the groceries came from a local food bank that collects and routes food to feeding programs. Day in and day out, 200 food banks secure food and funds from donors like national food and grocery manufacturers, retailers, and farmers, and from the generosity of individuals making donations to help feed their neighbors. Volunteers help make it all possible. Each year, more than 2 million people lend a hand.
The work goes beyond providing meals every day. Together, the Food Bank Network and our partners are hard at work in your community and thousands just like it, rescuing healthy food and keeping it from landfills, focusing on the hardest hit communities, making it easier for everyone to get the fresh food they need, and uniting a movement that will bring about lasting change. All of this makes a difference for our neighbors by providing more meals today and helping create a hunger-free tomorrow. But we can't end hunger without people like you. Join us. Visit www.feedingamerica.org to find your local food bank. Volunteer to help get meals to your neighbors. Raise your voice to advocate for stronger food assistance programs. And donate. Every dollar helps provide at least 10 meals. Together, we can create an America where no one is hungry. Together, we're Feeding America.
All right, man, very powerful partnership. I'm not sure which part of this program I like the most, but I definitely like that part, being able to help those in need with food and other supplies. So now let's just talk about some of the mechanics here, because when you subscribe and you pay that $3.99, it's important for you to know where that money goes. So if you have an Apple phone, that money's going to go to Apple. If you have an Android phone, that money goes to Google. Now, if you didn't know, Google is a very huge company. They fall under the name of Alphabet Inc. On the stock exchange. But let's just take a look at Google for a moment. They have over 156,000 employees. Their net income last year was over $76 billion, and their total assets is over $359 billion. So one of the most profitable companies in the world. When you participate here, you are literally in partnership with them, because that's where the $3.99 goes if you have an Android phone. And of course, if you have an Apple phone, that money's going to go to Apple. Apple is the wealthiest company in the world. Their net worth is over $2.5 trillion. And last year, they broke the $3 trillion mark. And so that's where the $3.99 goes if you have a iPhone. And so three huge partnerships that we just take a look at. So now let's kind of break down the process, because it's very, very simple. So the first thing you'll do is get the referral link of the person who shared this with you. You're going to download the app, and then you're going to subscribe for just $3.99 a month. That enables you and I to take advantage of everything and all the benefits we talked about here today. The other thing is that if you want to create an income here, you simply want to share this information with other people. We're going to show you how powerful that can be for you and your family. And of course, when you subscribe, that enables those meals to be distributed through feedingamerica.org. And if you share this with other people, you can generate recurring long-term income for yourself. And also nonprofits can do so and participate here as well. So now let me ask you a question. What if you could pay your car note, your rent, or your mortgage payments for less than the price of a Happy Meal? Because that's what we're talking about right here. In addition to help feed those in need, in addition to have all those tax benefits. This is what we're talking about for less than the price of a Happy Meal. All right, so let's just break down some numbers. All right, would it help you to have just an additional $110 a month coming in? All right, we're talking about that's money that could help pay for your lunch if you're working right now, or, pay for some groceries. It could pay your cell phone bill, even provide you with a tank of gas. Wouldn't it be great to have a free extra tank of gas every month? How do you do that? Simply by sharing the app with just 10 people who do the same. Just that simple, all right? You've created that income. But maybe you've got some additional goals. You would like to be able to pay your car payment every month, maybe pay your rent every month, and even pay your mortgage. How can you do that? Simply by sharing this app, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's take a look at some of these numbers. It's all about the numbers, right? So let's just say that you went out and you referred, let's say 20 people, and maybe you did it a person a day, over 20 days, or maybe you did it in just a couple of days, because we have people that are doing that in just a couple of days. And let's say those 20, they refer 10, they refer 5, and they refer 2. Guess what? You just created a recurring long-term income of over $1,700 a month. Could that take care of a couple of car payments? Or maybe you're a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more consistent, like many of us. You refer 40 people who refer 10, 5, and 2. Guess what? That's over $3,400 a month. Could that pay your rent? Absolutely. Or maybe you're even more aggressive, like many of us. We're going to share with you some of the new ways that we're going to be sharing this with people in just a couple of minutes. It's going to really excite you. And you refer 60 people who refer 10, then 5, then 2. That's over $5,000 a month from simply downloading an app on your phone. All right. Now, if you want to go through these numbers, you can go to this website, calculatetheearnings.com. You can play with the numbers yourself. That's calculatetheearnings.com. All right. Do you know any nonprofits or any groups or organizations looking for long-term recurring revenue, ladies and gentlemen? This is the perfect program for them because it's absolutely real. It is not crowdfunding or gifting or anything like that. It is anonymous location data. Imagine a nonprofit going to their supporters and saying, hey, listen, we're going to do a fundraising drive to help feed people in need. And we're going to do it through a simple app called Instant Recall. All you do is download it, subscribe, and pay $3.99 a month. Not only are we going to be able to feed those that are in need, you will also be able to support us every single month simply by downloading that app. How many of you would join us in this campaign? Raise your hands. All right, go ahead and download the app right now, and we'll show you what else you need to do. It really is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And because you are the one that introduced that organization, guess what? You're going to be able to generate long-term recurring income for yourself and your family. All right. So let's go through the processes right here because it's actually very, very easy. What does it take to get started? Well, you're simply going to download the app from the link of the person who invited you here, either in the iPhone, Apple Store, or in the Android Play Store. Then you're going to register. And so you see two fields there. One says email, the other says password. You want to use preferably a Gmail email address because why? We're dealing with Google and Google Maps, right? So it makes it very easy for the systems to interface with each other when you use a Gmail email address. That's best practice. You can use other email addresses, but it's better if you use a Gmail address. All right. Now, the thing you want to do, you want to make sure you write down that email address and write down that password that you used. Okay, we've got a lot of multiple email addresses, many of us, a lot of passwords. You need to write it down just in case down the road you try to log in and you can't remember something. You can go back to your notes. Okay. I want you to understand that you're going to be needing this information later. So be sure that you write it down and you tell your referrals to do the same thing. Also, don't use nicknames. Use your real name, ladies and gentlemen. That's really going to help you down the road. Okay. So now, once you have done that, the next thing you're going to do is click on those numbers you see in the upper right-hand corner. It's going to take you to another page, and this is where you can see your referral code. So should you decide that you want to refer this to other people, there's going to be a referral code there, and you'll be able to do that right through the app itself. And there is no limit to the number of people that you can refer. So now this is not network marketing. There is no binaries. There's no other qualifications or hoops that you have to, jump through. You can refer as many people, as many organizations as you want. That's why you have unlimited recurring cash flow month after month. Once a person downloads this, they're not even going to think about the $3.99, ladies and gentlemen. That means it's going to be long-term for you. Okay? So now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to subscribe. It's going to take you right to that page. And of course, as I mentioned, when you pay that $3.99, all of it either goes to Apple or it goes to Google. It does not come to the company. And so the referral fees that are being paid out is not coming from this $3.99. It comes from the sale of the location data. This is why nonprofits and groups like it, because it's not crowdfunding and it's not networking. It is very clear to see that because you're going to get a receipt from Apple or Google telling you that you paid them. That's where the money went. So that's very, very important. Okay. All right. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to settings. That'll be that gear in the lower right-hand corner. It's going to take you to another page. It's going to give you an opportunity to share this with other people or also contact the company. So if you have a question, you'll be able to send an email to them. They're very responsive to get back to you with any questions that you may have. Everything else you need is right there. The privacy policy, the terms of use, everything is written out. You need to understand, in order for this to happen, it had to be approved by Google and it had to be approved by Apple. Every dot, every I had to be dotted and every T needed to be crossed. It's highly regulated, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special situation. All those details are right there in the app. All right. As we mentioned earlier, also right through your phone, you can communicate with people with a text message. You can communicate through Skype, Facebook, WhatsApp, email. All those things you can do it right there through the app. Will even help you as to what to say in that text message. We call that add copy. You don't have to figure it out. Just copy and paste. All right. The next thing you can do is track your referrals. Again, you click on those numbers in the upper right-hand corner. It's going to take you to a page. You're going to see a lot of people in green. Those people in green are people who have subscribed. And this is your database that you are creating. Once this thing gets going, ladies and gentlemen, it has a tendency to snowball completely out of your control. And so can your income that you are deriving from this. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, there is no limit to the number of referrals. So the thing you need to know is that everyone is paid on the first two levels. But when you go out and you refer 10 people or more, that opens up the third and the fourth generation. So $1 per month. For the people that are subscribed on your first and second level, you refer 10 people or more, that opens up the third and the fourth level, where you earn 50 cents per month, month after month. All right. So very, very powerful. All right. So in order to get paid, the company is using a website called G Point Wallet. You can download this, of course, on your phone as well. If you have any questions, you simply go to support@gpointwallet.com. Any issues whatsoever, you can communicate directly with them. They're very responsive. Support@gpointwallet.com. Through here, you can be paid in fiat direct to your bank account. So you're going to register here your debit card, which is connected to your bank account, or your routing number. All right. You can also register right through your online banking, and that connects the two together. But here's the important thing you need to know. The information here has to be the same as the information when you register with Instant Recall. This is why you don't want to use nicknames. You want to use the same email address and the same phone number. Otherwise, the two can't connect. They don't know what's what, right? So make sure you do that. Make sure you tell your referrals to do the same. It is very, very simple when people have the same information. Okay, very good. So now, when is the perfect time to join Instant Recall? It's absolutely right now before the masses know about it. Now, we've got some amazing things that we're going to share with you over the next few minutes. I've got some leaders I'm going to bring on to kind of share their thoughts and the progress that they are making. But before we do that, I'm going to share this with you. One of the things that I am about to do, and many others will be doing as well, is I'm going to be holding some live meetings at the local library. I can use the conference room in the local library where it's absolutely free. And I'm going to invite people to come down to learn how to save on their taxes. All right, just a tax workshop. I'll even bring a tax professional there to answer specific questions. When they get there, I'm going to show them the advantages of setting up a home-based business. All right, and that business is the Instant Recall app right there on the spot. I'm going to give them an opportunity to download the app and walk them through the process right there in the meeting. How many people do you think that I would be able to refer in one live workshop at the local library in a free meeting setting? I just want you to think about that. This is one of the ideas that we came up with. We got some other ideas we're going to share with you right now. So let me just go and see who we have on the call here. And I'm going to just unmute a few of the leaders. Now, one of the people that I want to unmute right now is a gentleman I really like what he's doing right now, and that is Bryce. And Bryce, if you're on the call right now, I just promoted you to the panel side, and you can actually unmute yourself. So I hope that you're in a place where you can talk right now, and I want you to go ahead and unmute yourself and just kind of share with people, what you like about what you have seen and what you have heard in Instant Recall. Let me see now, what happened to you? All right, let's see. I think I may have lost you. I know I didn't push you out of the meeting. All right, so we'll get back to you in just a moment, okay? So what I'm going to do right now, I want to go to Giovanni. All right, so we got Mr. Giovanni Wade. He's in the Washington, D.C. area. And Mr. Wade, are you there, sir? You should be able to unmute yourself right now. Just click on your microphone.
Yes, Mark, I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome to the call, sir.
Well, thank you, Mark. I'm really excited about this opportunity. We were talking earlier, Mark, and I talked to a few people. I've been out and about talking to people that I meet. And one of the things I'm reminding them is that each time you down the app, you're feeding 5 families and feeding America. And the reason why that's so important, everyone, is think about this for a moment. We have Thanksgiving coming. We have Christmas coming. We have the New Year's coming. And when do most nonprofit, particularly churches and other organizations, think about feeding those who are less fortunate? Right around this time of the year. But imagine, not only are you feeding those who are less fortunate, you're also giving the families an opportunity to earn up to $5,610 a month. That's every family, because everyone has a cell phone. And Mark, what's so excited about as well? I did get paid on this last time, and I just checked my phone, and already I've gone up to 2 people today. That's 2 additional people that have come on board and have paid $3.99. And without getting into much detail, if you were watching and everyone was to simply invite 2 people a day, and they did the same over the next 10 days alone, you could be earning up to $5,000 to $10,000 per day. Everyone has a cell phone, and doggone it, for $4 a month, we're talking less than $50 a year. You can earn up to $60,000. That's all I'm gonna say to it, Mark. I thank you, Nevada, and all of those who are here. Bryce, welcome. Let's go make these things happen, everyone, and do have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much, Giovanni. Really, really appreciate you, man. Let me go ahead and go to Houston, Texas. I'm going to bring on my friend Terry. He's out there in the Houston, Texas area. And that's Terry Lofton. Terry, if you're in a place, go ahead and unmute yourself and say a few words to everybody.
Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
Yes. How are you, Terry?
Hey, unbelievable, man. Really excited. Like always, awesome presentation, and love being here and what we have the movement we have here. And just sharing, I just got a text saying, hey, send me more info on that app. So I just share with everybody, just put the information out there. Our team here is just exploding, and just to copy and paste. I don't try to think. I just try to do and copy what the winners are doing. And that's what I have done, Mark. I copy you and others of what you all are doing. And I'm winning just because I'm copying. And that's the simplicity of what we have here. So just truly excited, truly blessed. And once again, having that open mind of listening and doing is the greatest thing that anyone can do here and get the success that we all are having. All right, Mark, back to you, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much, Terry. Really appreciate it. Next person I want to bring on is Coach Nevada. Now, Coach Nevada and I, we brainstorm all the time, man, about the best ways to get this message across to everybody. And Coach Nevada, are you there?
Yes, I absolutely am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome to the call.
I am like so fired up today. Those who know me, I'll tell you in a minute. Please don't accept this as hype. You can't take a hype to the grocery store, put it up on the counter and buy groceries with it. But I tell you what, that money that I just got in my G wallet, I can take that to the grocery store and definitely do some damage. Guys, it was real to me already, but it became even more real when I got paid. I had to sit and say to myself, wait a minute, because I got paid more than I even expected to get paid. And I thought, wait a minute. All I did was shared an app, downloaded the app myself, paid $3.99, $4 with the tax, and shared it. And I got paid. Guys, I mean, it's a no-brainer. That's all I did. And I'm going to get paid every month, residual. I'm going to talk about that anymore because that, like I said, that's a no-brainer. But I want to piggyback very, very quickly, Mark, on something that you said when you talk about brainstorming about taxes. And I'm not a tax consultant or professional. Anything that I say, you always want to check with a professional. But I'm going to tell you what I did so I know it works. With my children, I hired my children to work in my business. Now, there's a ton of information on the internet, as well as, again, your professional tax preparer. But you can also read the information for yourself. The thing is this: we have to become wise, guys. As things begin to tighten up in this economy, the only way that we're really gonna win, number one, is by having a home-based business, but number two is by exercising our intelligence and doing the things that are legal to do from a tax standpoint. Now, you hire your child, say from the ages of 6, 7, to 18, as long as you don't pay them over what the amount is that you can pay them, they don't have to pay taxes on that money. So watch this, Google it. What is the maximum amount of money that you can pay your children to work for you in your business? Now, you want to have a real business, you do want to have an EIN number, but the max is like $12,950. You got 3 kids, I'm gonna let you do the math on that, right? Now, the only thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that you give them legitimate duties. Well, that's not hard to do, right? They can answer the phone for you. Who's monitoring how many telephone calls they take, right? But they can answer the phone for you. They can help you with your website. They can clean your office. They can, those children, they know everything about marketing on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They can market for you. You want to have real legitimate duties that they do for you, but you can pay them up to $1,079 per month. Check it out. Do your research. So now watch this. You pay them, it goes into their bank account. And when Christmas comes, you buy their toys with the money that you paid them. And the toys now become tax deductible. Okay. Go back and listen to this video again so that you can make sure that you get that. Now, vacation, when you go to Disney World, they pay their own way to Disney World. You're going to go in their bank account for each one of your children. You're going to take out what it costs to go to Disney World. That Disney World trip now just became tax deductible simply because the amount of money that you pay your children can be reduced from your taxable income. That is word. That is definitely true. Again, I'm not a tax consultant. Check with your tax professional tax preparer, but educate yourself. Get on that internet. If you have children between the ages of 6 and 18, if you have kids between those ages, educate yourself, guys. It's not even a loophole. It is legal to hire your children. Whatever money you're making, can you imagine if you got 2 kids being able to take $24,000? Well, 12,950 twice. Can you imagine being able to take that to reduce your taxable income? I'm going to let you figure that out. But get on the internet, do your research, talk to a professional, and start saving on your taxes today. And guess what? You can do it with this $4 business. And one more thing, it doesn't have to make a profit. You can be in business and check behind me, but I believe you have 5 years to turn a profit in your business. And you can still use all the write-offs that Mark spoke about a little earlier. And of course, you can be able to hire your children in your business. You do have to pay them legitimately. You can't say, I paid Johnny $1,000 to empty the trash. Back to you, Mr. Hamlin.
All right. That is so real. That is so real. If I were to tell you how much money I saved simply by operating a home-based business and documenting what I was doing, it would blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen. Most people don't do that. It's, lack of knowledge that people are struggling, but you don't have to fall in that category. Next person I'm going to bring on is...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that there was the full presentation on instant recalls, and a lot of jewels were dropped on this Zoom as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in signing up with Instant Recall, remember it costs $3.99 a month. If you're interested, the steps to get started are going to be in the description section underneath this video, as well as in the comment section underneath this video. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a text message at 251-273-1635. You can also reach me on Telegram, WhatsApp, or on Facebook. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. And until next time.